Welcome to Every New Day, and this is the first ENDCAST. We are launching our podcast on NTV, and we are graced with, of course, my co-conspirator in crime, Edge.
Yeah, it's my pleasure to be here. We've been talking about this for a long time for me to get on. This is our first
podcast. So this isn't going out live, obviously. So, you get to hear or see this after we've recorded it. And maybe down the line, we will do a live podcast coming up. We're going to have different guests. Obviously, our special guest today is obviously one of yours truly, Edge. How does it feel to be in the headquarters for the first time?
It feels so good.
What did you think? Your first impressions when you first walked in here?
Dude, I was blown away. And this isn't like some exaggeration. I mean, the effort our team has put into this just to design the studio. I mean, we have that video, NTV Cribs, where we're doing the tour and everything. But just to be here it's like something modern. It's not like sorry from the language. No, it's not a boring office space that's dull or anything. All these objects, all these pop culture, all these movie references, the 90s especially, the checkered boards, even dinosaurs. Like, who's a dinosaur in their studio? And all these movies and like UFO references above Top Secret. And,
well, we were trying to, we agreed, both you and me, we were trying to capture the 90s aesthetic and the vibe.
Yeah, exactly.
And
we had a long thought process of how to do this.
Exactly. And we tried to implement all those elements into this and try to make it a bit quirky, funky. We had someone special that helped us out with that, which we really understood the 90s aesthetic.
Yeah, exactly. So we really changed this place around. To be here physically is a pleasure. And not only that, just being part of the team, the crew, and seeing everybody in person, because so far I've been working remote. Yeah. But being here is so cool. And everybody's so friendly. What I urge is that we want more people on the show so we can have discussions, in-depth things on a humane level. Yeah. Everything's very chill, very friendly, but also professional, exactly. And
we try to be
goal-oriented. Just want to get to the point of things and talk on a level that's humane. Yeah. You know what I mean? I don't know. Earlier you put the example of people talking in their kitchen or face to face.
But it's like a table talk,
Exactly.
This is what the podcast is supposed to be, where we will have other guests, or sometimes it'll just maybe be me. It's not the same as kind of like the streams that we did, and we're going to bring those back, of course. But it's more just like going over some things, getting to know the guest in certain cases, and then also, questioning and asking them what they think about this or that or the other.
That's true.
And it's a bit more laid back. That's the whole point. So,
And we've also discussed that we want all sorts of people on the show.
Yeah.
For example, it doesn't have to be about
politics,
geopolitics, news, or serious topics. It could be people who are interesting, or people who are influencers, or people who aren't influencers, but they have interesting stories to tell. Yeah. What we want this to be is engaging, interviewing somebody. It's a discussion, getting in depth into stories, picking their brains as well.
Exactly.
And making it interesting. And
cool. as you see, we're on Mars. Because so this is our, we've had this set for a while, so it's great that we can finally reveal it properly.
It's good to see Mars out of our spaceship window, headquarters in outer space.
Yeah, because I think it was back in the late 80s and the 90s, it was the moon. That was the whole thing, with the moon man.
Yeah.
So but now it's Mars. And we're broadcasting directly from Mars. And we've got our signature spaceman over here.
To be honest, when I was a kid, everybody was talking about Martians and little green men from Mars. But it was back then all about the moon and space shuttle missions and stuff like that.
Because that was the big thing, right? Exploring the moon.
Exactly.
But so tell us also, because we've been shooting our new promo video channel trailer, which has been very fun and crazy.
Oh my God.
Very different. And the one thing I can reveal at least is that it kind of connects with our NTV Cribs video and also the first promo video. Give me your insight on how that experience was. You've told me before you were on a film set, you were an extra.
Yeah, I was on a Hollywood movie.
Yeah, but how the heck did you feel about this whole wacky sort of, because we were doing this like off, like short notice, bringing together people who support us on the last few days.
It was wild. Like, I cannot stress this enough.
Yeah.
And it's not just about like the work and the input and the effort and all of that stuff. It's so we have a promo video coming out, and we have, all right, spoilers, but we have a lot of people in it with a lot of references.
Yeah, more than I think the first one we did. Yeah, I think this time we have more, and we have actually more maybe scenes.
Yeah,
I think too. Because
like from the get-go, it was a whole creative process. I have a background in advertising and media and stuff. Just having to come up with a concept of references and putting everything together and bringing everyone together. It's not, let's say, just HR, but it's coordinating everything. It's, let's say, the wardrobe, the hair, but also you yourself, you directed people like what to do. And thankfully, we have like a great team with us to help out for different things, be it like the camera work, the lighting, the assistant director. There are so many elements to think about. Even just, I don't know how long it's going to be right now, the promo video, the duration of it.
You mean the final cut?
Yeah, we're aiming for around 3 minutes, but we don't know, for example, how long it's going to be. What I do know,
I mean, it should be that, but we really want to cut it down to 3. But
because that's what
otherwise it's too long.
Like promotional videos.
Exactly.
However, like the HR.
So who the fuck didn't turn off their goddamn phones?
Sounded like a 90s Nokia.
I'm looking at you. I'm looking at the
Hey,
what was that? Okay. What? The charger has a song?
I don't know if the mics picked it up, but it was like a Nokia.
They did. I heard it. Anyway, it's okay.
Right.
It's funny how
that wasn't planned.
It's funny how everyone looked at it. The intern. Yeah.
A typical intern.
Hey now, you're just about to get hired in the last shot, so don't worry.
So I just wanted to elaborate. We had to select the people for the promo video, and we had to dress them. We had to coordinate what they had to do, direct them, take different things into account, like different locations, lighting, sound.
Yeah, we weren't shooting synchronized sound, so thank God, because if you that's the thing. Like when you shoot something with synchronized sound, that takes so much longer because so many people on film sets. My background in film. Usually on film sets, people usually don't give as much credibility to the sound department. They're always treated like crap, and they're always forgotten about. But they're super important, and it's
pretty unfortunate.
Yeah, they're super important, and it's so necessary, especially when you're doing synchronized sound. But luckily, we didn't have that.
Like some people say that sound is like
it's 50% of visual. Exactly,
but it's not taken for that. Like a lot of people put the visual aspect ahead of
which is equally important, but it's just like sound is necessary. But thank God we didn't have that, and that's how I wanted it to be, because it was kind of like the first one too. We didn't do synchronized sound, and it just makes things a lot easier, because I'm sure our camera guy was thankful that we didn't have to do like extra sound setups, because otherwise we'd be it would be even more complicated. Although we did record sound anyway on camera, but
we did.
But the whole thing was that there wasn't synchronized sound. So
exactly. Yeah. And another thing that we had to think about were things like props.
Oh yeah,
and also the clothes.
Yeah.
Because of the references to like different...
we had quite a few references. We tried to throw in quite a few, I would say 90s movie.
Yeah.
But maybe like turn of the 80s, 90s, and also turn of the 90s, 2000s references.
Exactly.
Like a lot of these different type of movie references.
And a lot of the times, like the way people were dressed is not how people dress normally. So it's not easy to...
nobody looked normal.
To find a style.
Yeah.
And although we are making references to like different movies and stuff, we are doing it in our own way as well. So it's not like copy paste. It's not like, what is it? How to Train Your Dragon, that they made, let's say, from cartoon to real life, which is like frame by frame, like a copy. And they have a lot of,
negative feedback?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Like, although it was done very well,
I didn't know that actually.
It was too close to the original.
Oh wow, okay. Well, that's surprising. I would expect people would like. Really? Okay.
Yeah, because it didn't offer anything else to the table.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, I mean, we did try to really get because we were referencing movie scenes, right? So we tried to adapt them and get certain shots, but not the whole thing.
All right.
So, obviously, because there were like lots of other things. The thing is, I think at the end of the day, people will just get the reference immediately.
Exactly.
So yeah.
But I just want to stress again that we're not some movie studio or anything like that.
No, we're
like,
not.
We are just a few people, and like movie studios, they can close off roads. They have like huge sets, huge buildings, lots of equipment. You've seen the credits roll on every single movie. You go to the cinema and you see the rolls, like even Netflix at the end.
Yeah. They always
it's
have
just
large
like thousands of people working on certain projects and in different departments as well.
Yeah.
But we might have like one person for each, if that, like sometimes
one person doing jobs. One person doing like 3 different roles or 4 different roles. Yeah.
Yeah. And just the locations themselves. Some were in public places, some were and like we had to hire a place as well outside. It was nice. Well, for me personally, working outside.
Yeah.
But it was like working on a big budget movie studio, but just at a smaller scale. And which makes things better in one aspect for communication and everything. But it's difficult because you have like limited budget and abilities.
Yeah.
And taking
time as well
into
is
account.
yes, really time important.
And everybody else's time. So yeah, it's been like very engaging and entertaining and a great productive process. Everybody was happy on board. Everybody was treated with respect and like friendly and we got like very good feedback as well from the people who helped out. Like we're fortunate enough to have friends among us like to help out with this project.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to see the final product, which hopefully will be by realistically towards the end of the month. Yeah. Towards the end of the month, we'll have the release for that. I'm looking forward because it was just, from my perspective of things, the whole shoot was bananas, but in a good way. Just like I was laughing all the time when I was looking over the shoulder, you know, like to see the viewfinder, and I saw the scene. It's just there's so much craziness.
It's pretty intense sometimes, isn't it?
And the problem is most people, they only saw like the action. They didn't see it through the camera or the lens. So, but the whole thing altogether is just so mental.
Like the way it's going to be put together.
I think it's going to be, I mean, if you thought the first one was crazy and you thought the NTV Cribs
I'm
was
really,
fun,
really looking forward to it.
Yeah, this is going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Yeah.
In the first promo video, it was just like mainly you in the shots.
Yeah, because I was kind of like introducing sort of the vibe of the whole falling down thing.
Yeah, there was a fight scene though with people and
the Fight Club reference,
and also like the Bittersweet Symphony reference when you're walking.
Oh yeah, when I bump into and
you crash into like the 2 people.
Yeah,
but like on this one, I was like extremely happy to be part of it. And
it was good to have you in it, actually, because that was the whole idea that you came here and we got to.
Exactly.
We shot a lot of other. Well, we're shooting also a lot of other content with you.
Yeah.
To take advantage. So
yeah, because like so far we've been doing the live streams and also like
the news
content
reports,
and everything.
So yeah, and if you want to catch some behind the scenes, because the behind the scenes will hopefully be released before the promo video launch, will it? I'm looking at you because you're the one who shot it.
Well, we've released a few
I don't know.
scenes.
Hopefully the behind the scenes will, but either way, you can sometimes you can see and
we could easily put a montage together or something.
Or maybe we'll have a super cut or something. I don't know. But the thing is,
I mean, on the other hand, we don't want to give too much away.
No, but it's like just a super cut. That's what I mean. Like just like, and meanwhile, if you're not, follow us on Instagram or maybe also I guess X and YouTube, of course. You know, because that's where you'll see the YouTube shorts or the Instagram reels and stuff like this, and you can catch a glimpse of things.
What's and we've going uploaded on. Stuff to Rumble as well.
Yes, also YouTube. Rumble too. We need to boost up our numbers there. So
in the past we've live streamed to Kick, but we want to keep it focused more on like Rumble and YouTube.
Yeah. So yeah, don't forget, subscribe to us on Rumble, YouTube, Kick. Even if you don't have an account, get an account now.
Get it.
And subscribe to NTV.
Subscribe, hit the notification bell
on YouTube, and Instagram. Join our Discord community. Yeah. It's growing.
Yeah, we're not just saying like subscribe. I just want to emphasize this. Like we want to produce like great content for everyone. Yeah. And like the main way for us to be able to do that is like a two-way process.
Yeah.
People have to help us to help them to like give.
Yeah, exactly. We're trying to build up more. Yeah.
Yeah.
And, this is the launch of our podcast, and there's going to be many more podcasts coming up. I would say that they're not going to be maybe weekly, but we're going to maybe have, hopefully we can have I say hopefully, but maybe up to 3 per month. We'll see how it goes. But, realistically it could be from 1 to 2. And, we've got more special reports coming up, which are the longer format videos, which are, highly researched on very specific topics. We are going to have some other funny sketch video stuff coming up. One, I can just reveal maybe the title. I won't say much more than that, but Disunited Nations, that's going to be something we're going to do. And there will be interviews as well. Interviews are separate, obviously, with different people.
It is going to be entertaining and interesting.
We've got a lot more stuff coming up. And check us out and just follow us. So every week we're kind of releasing at least one main video. There's a lot of shorts and stuff. And I think we're in talks with this now, but I think we're going to have a TikTok channel.
Yeah, we're looking into that now.
But, keep your eyes peeled for that. Good Lord. I mean, I personally don't like TikTok, but it's gonna be a thing.
Yeah, because lately a lot of people are on TikTok compared to before.
Yeah, so tell your all about NTV and let's get them on board, because we are actually the real grassroots thing, because we don't have no one backing us up other than those people who support us, and we don't ask for anything, just for a follow. That's it.
Yeah.
So if you like it, of course.
Yeah. And like once again, we don't follow any sides. We're not left or right or.
We're more than that. We're actually more than just covering news and politics, though. That's the thing. Yeah. So we're trying to also focus on culture, current events, worldly topics.
Yes, interesting content. Topic. Yeah, to get like in depth into real stories, real people.
Exactly.
Things that matter.
Yeah, exactly. Well, which isn't covered by others. So, because everyone gets stuck in their own niche. So
and in a sort of like mind frame, it seems that a lot of news that is coming out is the same.
It's repetitive.
It is, exactly. Like you watch either mainstream news or alternative news, like on social media, and it's almost like copy pasted.
That's actually something I wanted to bring up, which is kind of funny. It's funny that we keep referring to it as social media.
Yeah.
It's not social media. It's literally monetized media.
Yeah.
Because everyone now, but back in the day when Facebook came out, when Twitter came out, when YouTube came out, nobody made money from it. It was just to actually like share videos and socialize and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But now every Tom, Dick and Harry that's on board there, it's always hustling and making money, monetizing, this whole thing. It ain't social media. It's advertising, monetary media. That's what it is. So like social media doesn't exist anymore, guys.
For ads and stuff.
Yeah, but literally everybody who's on Instagram and stuff. I mean, okay, we are kind of also trying to promote ourselves and stuff, but not for money. It's different, right? But like most people are on there making, money from clicks and views and whatever. And that's what it is. I don't know if you've noticed that, but when you scroll on Instagram or something, everything there is an ad, promotion for like money and stuff. And that's why where's the social in the social media? It's literally not. It's literally advertising. And advertising, this is another thing we talked briefly, I'm going to bring it up in a second, but advertising, I'm sorry to say, ruins everything. And in my opinion, whenever the advertisers and marketers get involved, it starts bringing the whole thing down.
Yeah.
And it's like Bill Hicks said, like he brought it up, like they just screw up everything. And then
put it blunt.
and I believe actually, because now everybody's into AI, right? Oh, AI, ChatGPT, Grok.
Well, you're going to use it if you like it or not.
Guess what's going to happen right now? Because now everybody can go on the AI and stuff like this. But I swear to God, this is the trajectory. I
know where you're going with this.
In a couple, maybe less than a couple of years, but. When you use AI now, you're going to get forced ads and stuff. Yeah. But AI ads.
It's going to be like within the text of ChatGPT.
I'm looking up like, let's say I'm asking ChatGPT something like, I don't know, like a question about a country, like Bali.
Okay.
are you interested in going to Bali? By the way, you can buy a flight and it's going to be promoting that before you get the actual answer. Before you get the answer. Something. I swear to God, that's what's going to happen.
Or somebody's going to look up like some gossip news, like, oh, what happened between...
No, but like, that's what they're going to...
Between like Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie, and they're going to be like...
Promoting their movie.
Oh, yeah, and... or even like some sort of detergent. Did you know that Angelina Jolie's like uses fairy detergent or something like that?
This is legitimately
like,
what will
this
be.
Is like completely
before you get
within it.
Yeah, before you get the answer. You know, it's like with Google. I type in Google now and I have to scroll all the way down to look for the thing because everything else is like sponsored ad type things and stuff like that.
To be honest, like over time, AI is going to develop even more.
Yeah.
And like right now, it doesn't provide, I don't know, 100% legit answers to things. Like sometimes you have to ask it another question for it to elaborate more.
Yeah, I guess it's like you have to refine the prompt. And,
but it's inevitable because they keep developing like new versions of like OpenAI, all this stuff, Gemini, whatever it's called.
Yeah. There's so many different ones. It's crazy.
But yeah, I agree with you. They're going to incorporate ads within everything.
Like everything goes down that way.
Yeah.
And then it just goes to hell. And then it's like, what am I, like, you know, that's the problem. And the thing is, I don't really have a major problem with advertising per se in terms of like, if you know, how do you know about something unless you advertise it? But this is what I'm talking about, which most people can relate to is it's this predatory advertising, which is like prevalent. On you. It's everywhere. Yeah. It's literally everywhere. It's sickening. And the point is, the golden rule that everybody accepts, but it seems that never changes is the fact that nobody likes to be sold anything.
Yeah.
They don't like to be forced to be sold anything.
Like door-to-door salesman or something like that, or cold calls. Like, what the fuck?
Nobody likes that.
People telling you, do you have a second like to answer this whole survey that's going to last 3 minutes when it actually lasts 10?
No, you don't. Like, nobody. No, yeah,
like,
exactly.
Even where I lived in the UK in the past, you know, you got people knocking on the doors and they're like, oh, can I come in? It's kind of like,
fuck off.
It's kind of like Jehovah's Witnesses, like dog.
Yeah, exactly.
I ain't got time for this.
And that's my point. And that's the thing. It's like this whole advertising, marketing industry is parasitic.
Well, to be honest, like I've worked in ad agencies in the past.
Yeah, no, I've worked also for commercials too. I know exactly what you mean.
I saw the transition in the past, let's say from traditional media like TVs, magazines, and posters to let's say relationship marketing, integrated marketing, where like campaigns were made, let's say through different media, but they were more for getting you through relationship marketing, for finding out what you like and getting making you sell through those things. And, you mentioned predatory advertising, but this is going at it through a different route. Oh yeah. It's like advertising you through video games or something if you're into video games.
But not only that, it's like now because they're like the algorithm is, what's the word? Tracking what you're looking at and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's AI. Like feeding you the ads. But what you raise is a very good point because actually when it first started back in the 1940s and 50s, when they would advertise like what you said.
In the past, it was like with soap operas. That was the beginning of it. Because they used to advertise soap detergent when women would watch their Young and the Restless or
during the daytime
programs.
But what I'm saying is back in the day, like in the 1940s and the 50s, when you had ads, it was informative. It would tell you why you should buy this because it's good, because it does
the value.
It's XYZ. It does that. It does this. Now it's just all based on algorithm tracking what you're doing and just trying to that's why I say it's predatory. And recently now, YouTube somehow has circumvented the ad blocks it's always doing and is now telling you turn your ad block off, otherwise you have 3 chances and you're banned. It's like, you know what, YouTube, screw you.
And to be honest, a lot of people use these, I've used Firefox in the past. And there are all these extensions, you can download, like you mentioned, like ad blockers and everything. And then suddenly they stop working through Google. Yeah,
because they always
they find a way around it. Yeah. And then a lot of people started using Chrome. A lot of people said, oh, it's more lightweight. It doesn't take that much memory and resources and stuff. But then it had ads. And then people were moving on to Brave browser.
And now that has ads.
Which could easily block YouTube. And now that has ads.
Yeah, that has ads.
Like, what's next? Like, can't they get a clue. Like,
literally ads.
It's always like trying to.
It's like cockroaches. They're like cockroaches. Ads. It's just they'll never end.
Can't kill them. Like even in a nuclear war, like they're still going to be there.
It's just terrible, and I can't stand it. And it's just stupid. It's like nobody cares about ads. I mean, they only care about it sometimes because they're foolish enough to, like, you know, they're on Instagram. They go, "Oh, that product may be interesting," but like nowadays, anything that's being shilled to you is generally going to be crap.
Yeah,
like it's ridiculous.
Exactly.
Like that's why sometimes even I catch myself. I'm on Instagram and then I realize it's an ad because it's very subtle. Then you see like shop now,
it is,
and I'm like,
in between posts, even on X, I think.
Yes. It's just annoying, and it's just so stupid.
Yeah,
and yeah, most people just don't like them. They just suck. They, you know, like.
I just also want to say that at the moment, like we're not monetized or anything.
No,
like
we
that.
don't. Yes, we have ads now on our videos.
Yeah,
we're not getting anything from them. We don't care to, and we don't want to.
And
but
yet people are watching. It's forced by YouTube. Let's say on TVs or mobiles, and they're seeing an ad, and we're not getting any money from that.
No, and it's forced by YouTube because we didn't want ads altogether.
We didn't want people to like go through that ad where you have to skip after a few seconds. And then there's another ad or ads in between like sections.
Exactly. And the main purpose for not having the ads is because we didn't want people to be bothered by them. But now you're being bothered by them. And on top of that, guess what? We ain't earning anything. So, and we won't earn from it because we don't want to earn from that toxic freaking bullshit. So,
but that being said, like in the future, if we ever find a really good product or service or something,
we will personally sponsor it.
But that's only if we think it's a good thing, a good product or gives value.
Yeah, then we will sponsor it ourselves.
But if it sucks, we would never like have it on our show or anything like that.
What's that famous one? That game? Oh God, that mobile game that everyone.
Well, there was one with the guy from Game of Thrones, the guy who plays Hodor.
Yeah.
And I think it was on Facebook or something. And he was saying, "Oh, you guys, I'm Hodor from Game of Thrones." And he pulls up this mobile, and there's this mobile game, the shitty one, and it goes beep, 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 beep. It's like this. Do people really give to...
I'm just looking it up now. I want to see which
Nobody cares.
That's it. Raid Shadow Legends.
Is that it?
It's the mobile game that nobody gives a fuck about, but every YouTuber promotes because once you get hooked, you get fooked. There you go. Anyway,
and I just want to say that, like,
actually, wait, I need to make a disclaimer. No offense to Rage, whatever. Like, we have nothing against you. I'm just taking a piss. That's all. So yeah. Sorry, Carrie.
Yeah. So I just wanted to say that I consider myself a gamer.
Yeah.
And I love video games and like on PC, PS5, Switch.
What sort of games mostly did you play?
All sorts, like RPG, like FPS.
Yeah, you might have to explain it to the boomers in the audience what those things mean.
Yeah, but
what's RPG? They're thinking like weapons. They're thinking like weapons RPG.
But this is like within
role-playing games.
It's kind of like Oblivion, Skyrim,
and an FPS,
World of Warcraft, FPS,
first-person shooter.
All things that come out every year, like first-person shooters, but also things like Assassin's Creed and and also driving games, like boring ones like American Truck Sim or Euro Truck Simulator. I used to play a lot of Need for Speed and Gran Turismo. But
I used to like car games too.
What I personally like are games like for problem solving.
That is why I'm into more the mystery ones.
Yeah.
Have you seen these puzzle games?
Yeah. Where you have
like
to,
it's a puzzle, like it's together. Like it's really cool. It's like I forgot the name.
Okay.
But anyway, there's a guy who played a series of them.
Yeah.
And it's like really intricate, like you have to solve the puzzle box and the mystery, and you go in, and there's always an inner part, and you have to solve. I forgot what it was called. Someone who watches this can comment down below because I don't remember.
But what I wanted to say about this is that even though I'm a gamer and I love games, well, lately you get a lot of streamers, for example, Asmongold, who look at the stats of where the video game industry is going.
Oh yeah.
And for example, like Blizzard has made a mobile game, Diablo Immortal, which is kind of like Diablo 3, but it went down the toilet because it got like bad reception. They were like forcing DLCs and ads and things.
DLC?
Downloadable content like add-ons.
I know what it is. I'm just asking.
Yeah.
Just so anyone who watches this gets where.
Yeah. Sorry. Like the lingo. And Asmongold read that in the video game industry, where everything is going isn't through the traditional Steam or Switch or PlayStation.
Right.
That around like 90% of revenue or profits or everything are actually from mobile games. Most people who consider themselves gamers play on a mobile phone. I mean, like, I don't know if it's like younger generations like flooding their parents' credit card money on Roblox, which has recent issues and stuff. But that's the revenue they're going is through mobile.
But that's not surprising because mostly everything, like they've done tests with this, even not only with games, but even like YouTube views, things like that. Mm-hmm. Most people are watching everything on a mobile phone.
Asmongold was getting like an aneurysm. He was saying like, what the fuck? This isn't gaming.
No, it's not.
Are you serious?
Although saying that, I saw once a graph about a year ago about seeing like how many people do console gaming, how many people, and desktop gaming still persists.
Does it?
Because like real gamers will play on a desktop, not even a console. They'll play on a desktop because it's just, you can't,
And to be honest, there's a whole industry around this. It's not just, let's say, the software or the games. It's also the hardware and and all this stuff, which is now like going into AI.
Yeah. Well, that will be interesting to see how that goes. But I mean, recently I was going to say we could get into the headlines here, but actually let's just talk about like what happened last night.
Yes.
You knew more about this and informed me because I've been so caught up like in my own head. But everybody's been talking about it all over like social media about it was a blood moon.
Yeah. So yesterday was Sunday, the 7th of September, and it was a full moon.
Let me just look it up as well whilst you introduce it. I'm looking it up here.
It was a full moon yesterday, Sunday, the 7th of September, 2025. And not only was it a full moon, but it was an eclipse as well.
Okay.
And like news media has reported that this is like the longest lasting duration of the eclipse that we could ever see in our lifetime.
Total lunar eclipse, right?
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah.
And it's not just a full moon and an eclipse. They also some people call it the blood moon. Some people have called it the corn moon. And some people who have read up on this call it the blood like corn or something, blood corn moon.
Okay.
And that kind of reminds me of this old video game Terraria, which is kind of like Minecraft, but it's 2D. You see it on the side.
Yeah.
And everything is fine during the day, and then nighttime comes, and there's this. Then the monsters come out. But when there's a blood moon, there's an actual moon in this video game that comes out that's red like once in a while.
Oh, okay.
Right? Like it's not every night, but sometimes it comes out.
Yeah.
And everything goes like completely
crazy,
like, ape shit. Like everything like goes out of control. Like the monsters have like 10 times their strength or something like that.
Okay.
So it's also interesting, like not just in a space type view or or what it is, but like with eclipses, well, also full moons, they say there's like some sort of like magnetism, and in fact it influences like tides.
I mean, it does. The moon does, for instance, for sure.
On a lot of like media outlets, they show photos of people who have taken pictures of this blood moon.
Yeah.
So you see the moon, and it's like almost completely red at a special angle. But some of these let's say expert photographers, they go the extra mile to take the perfect picture. Now, the perfect picture is in the eye of the beholder.
Okay.
So it really depends because it's opinionated.
Yeah.
But you see some photos of, for example, the Acropolis or the Eiffel Tower, where there's this massive blood red moon on top, and you're like, what the fuck? Like the moon doesn't even look like a watermelon in the sky. like if anything, it's like the size of like your finger, like your middle fingernail, like up in the sky. It's like this tiny thing, and you're like, what the fuck? How did they take this huge this picture of this huge moon?
Right. It's like they're manipulating it or something. I mean, there is the case of supermoons when it does appear larger, but it's not that large. So this was
kind of a supermoon. So there are a few factors at play with this. So
all right.
First of all, a lot of people didn't get to see the eclipse because it was low on the horizon. And of course, it depends on like where you're located. Like,
Right.
Like the latitude, longitude, and
I would assume people in the southern hemisphere didn't
probably
see
not.
it as
Like
well.
we're in the northern hemisphere, like in Europe,
Right.
and most people had to have like low vision, like of the sky.
Yeah.
And but it was really interesting, like seeing photos of this huge moon, and you're like, what the fuck? How did he take this? So these photographers, they see it like very scientific, and they go into this huge like research process of seeing how other people got these pictures.
Yeah.
And what they do is they go really, really far with these like huge like zooms, and I'm not entirely sure
telescopic lenses or whatever they're using.
But it's pretty interesting, and like the amount of effort that goes into it. Like sometimes I'm like, F this, why don't they just like get some AI thing to take a picture?
You'll probably see some AI produced stuff.
In fact, a lot of phones have come out like where you take a picture of the moon and it's like AI generated.
You know what the funny thing is that you just reminded me about something which I sent on Instagram to somebody. I think I sent it to you.
What?
It was a reel, and it was there's always this person who's excitedly talking like, well, you have to watch this. So it's like, and they're like with the video of the
let's
text.
have a look again.
No, they I have to check first because I have to see because I think
check it out.
I think I sent it through my personal account. But what they were basically saying, right, was something about how, which is true, they have released NASA and stuff like that as photos of space or things, sometimes like the moon, and it wasn't the case. But what they're saying is that a lot of, and funnily enough, because it's Mars, right? They were saying how some of these Mars photos were actually fake. They were from Devon. So Devon, there's an area called Devon where they do a lot of like practice stuff for Mars, you know, because of the terrain, blah, 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 blah.
To be honest, who knows what's
and not too long ago, there was, I don't know when, but there was a photo released and there was a rat or some animal that was claimed to be from Mars. Now, I don't know all the full specifics here, but I'm just going by what I remember seeing this. I do remember that photo of the rat, and that's was some controversy or something. I don't know if this was like a mistake, mislabeled by whatever, but it's just interesting because you were talking about how like photographers can try to sometimes, I don't want to say manipulate, but they can, trying to make it look good, better.
In an official photo of things that might not necessarily be there, but like the face on Mars, like the famous one.
Some people claim that that's pareidolia, but then others claim that it's not. Maybe I'll look it up here. But it was like Mars photo.
Sure.
Faked rat. I don't know. But anyways, just interesting based on what you were talking about, like how people, there is controversy to this. In fact, I remember, oddly enough, long ago when I was a wee lad and I was watching, and they were releasing the first satellite images of like, you know, Mars. Yeah. It was always very red.
Yes.
And
it's
then
the red planet, or the
right?
dwarf,
But it's actually not. That's the thing, right? And so when they then later on they showed other photos, it's just like yellow and a bit. It's not red at all. There's a theory why they were promoting this as the red planet back in the 40s and the 50s. Yes,
like the Soviet flag,
because the Reds were the commies and the Martians were the little green men, and they're dressed
like soldiers.
They were dressed in the green fatigues, and then the antennas, Sputnik, the whole thing to freak people out.
Yeah. And there was a space race afterwards.
Yeah,
and
so that's the whole theory.
I just wanted to say, now that we're talking about Mars, that they found water there or ice or something like that. Like initially they were completely against it, and then they found it. I think I read like an article.
Yeah.
Like on the top of my head right now is that they found like coral. You know, like
no. But what? Hold on.
I think so. I think I read something about
that.
Let me
look that up. Should I check it out?
Have a look.
Okay, let's have a look. What is it? That's crazy. Coral?
Yeah, I think I read about 2 weeks ago.
Coral found on Mars, right?
Coral on Mars.
Yeah. Let's see what comes up after all the advertising and all the crap.
Yeah.
Here we go. Coral found on Mars. NASA's Curiosity rover has discovered a rock formation on Mars that resembles coral, officially nicknamed Paposo.
See, I didn't just make this up.
No, I didn't think so either. It was so the feature was imaged on July 24th of 24. That's the thing, right?
Let me see. Insane. So it means that, it had like oceans and stuff over there.
There you go. I mean, that well, we could go deeper into this because there's this whole theory of like, advanced civilizations, the whole Anunnaki thing. Anunnaki, sorry.
Like David, what's his name? Sitchin would be rolling in
David Sitchin.
Even though we can elaborate more.
No, not David. Zacharias Sitchin. Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
But we have a lot to talk about.
That's a whole other topic to unpack, about Mars and stuff. But yeah, it is interesting that they found corals. So then definitely that means coral is usually produced over like, I guess, thousands and thousands. Yeah, a long time. Sure. And it forms, and yeah, that's crazy. That's really wild now that I'm looking at it here. You can see the coral. Wow.
And also, now that we're talking about space, of course, we have to mention about this comet/asteroid that's coming towards us in November.
Wait, what is this one called again? This is
I think it's called. Is it called Atlas? With some like weird letters, C1, L1, T. I'm not sure.
Let me look it up. Comet 31/Atlas.
That's it.
It says it's not coming to Earth, but it will have a close approach on December 19th.
Yeah.
That's coming up soon. Yeah.
December 19th. They said November. Maybe it's...
I don't know. This is an AI overview from Google. Could be wrong. Anyway.
So yeah, Atlas, they're saying, well, from what I read, is that it's coming in November. And there have been a lot of memes online regarding it that, it's the end of the world, like breaking news. There was the scientist,
the astronomer,
from Harvard, what's his name, who Weinstein works for.
Weinstein?
Eric Weinstein, not Harvey Weinstein.
No,
they're not related.
Eric Weinstein works for, well, let me look it up.
It was on this project, like for outer space things. It was the Jewish guy.
Oh, right.
Do you remember?
Yes, I do, but I don't recall the name.
Okay, but he's like the most prominent.
Avi Loeb.
So yeah, Avi Loeb also mentioned that this thing coming towards us might be something else and not just an asteroid or a meteorite.
And this is why everyone's freaking out now.
I don't believe this. I'm not freaking out, but it is pretty interesting that a lot of people believe this. And one of the reasons they believe this is that they're saying this thing is coming towards us.
Yeah.
And that like the light of it is in the front.
Right.
So it's kind of like headlights. But the way a lot of people have like explained this is that a lot of like dust is coming out, like water at the front.
Yeah.
And that's what's making the light.
Right.
Or like a flame or something, like a comet. I'm not really sure how it's done.
It's the Starship Enterprise coming back. That's what it is.
They forgot something. Was the...
But so,
the Greys like coming back.
Yeah.
Like Zeterit.
Yeah. But I've seen some shorts and stuff where people are like, this thing is coming and it's an alien and it's going to bring back, like they're going to invade and blah, blah.
Yeah. Some people are saying it's the rapture or something.
The rapture. All right. They've been saying that for ages. It's like, yeah. Oh, actually, on another point, what interested me was that I came across a thing. We're just talking about all sorts of random crap that we've been seeing lately. But I saw like a thing where online, I think it was on YouTube, where the guy was telling us that we have 300 years that are not accounted for and that we're in the wrong year. We should be in 1728.
Yeah,
it's not 2025.
I actually read about that too.
Yeah, because these 300 years were in the Dark Ages, and apparently the Pope and the Holy Roman Emperor of the time, they just basically... lied. They just did because they thought like start from 1,000. They started from 1,000 to make it because it just seemed better or something like that. So I found that interesting.
That's strange.
There's a lot of people who deny this and they say, no, it's not true because, that those 300 years, the reason there aren't any records and stuff is because everybody was impoverished or suffering. There was, all the problems. But, there have been problems throughout the ages and there are always records, even in time. Yeah. So I don't know. It's interesting to say the least, It's become a bit more novelty, but they still do some interesting things, but but there's funnily enough, there is actually, I think it's a documentary that was recently released all about Vice, how it started.
Oh.
And the funny thing is, I know that Gavin McInnes was involved in it. but I don't think he's mentioned
Gavin
it.
McInnes was the hacker, like in UK, right?
No. Gavin McInnes, the Proud Boys guy, and the big.
The guy with the goatee,
right wing. He's got his own show.
Yeah.
He's
he
one
was pretty like provocative,
and
like,
he was
very like
he was
like,
the first
like alpha type guy.
Yeah, and he's the first kind of like. He was promoting hipster, like he was like, hipster. Yeah. And he actually, I think,
in his own way.
I think he kind of helped establish Vice. Yeah, I just saw like a kind of promo for that. There's a documentary now about like, how Vice
was
started and everything. Yeah. But I didn't see any reference to him because he's very outcasted, right? Because just everything, the Proud Boys, January the 6th, all this stuff.
A lot happened like since then. Yeah, real stories, interesting stories as well. Like we were thinking at one point maybe to like touch upon like secret projects like Black Ops and.
I mean, we want to do that, vehicles. Like expose more stuff and corruption.
I'm not sure like how much information we can find, but we're going to do the research and like try and find, the most interesting things to talk about.
Or at least like spotlight real investigative journalists out there that are actually doing the work and they're not getting enough air or credibility or airtime.
Exactly. So, we can even talk about like true crime or things that have happened.
Yeah.
Or like get into the mind, like the psychology of people.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
things that have happened. There's like loads of things to talk about. It's just a matter of
time
and us selecting like most interesting stuff.
Yeah. I mean,
really excited about
the options are endless here. So like, we're just trying to curate and produce relevant, interesting, fresh content.
We could even talk about entertainment. Like
of course. Yeah.
Like just earlier, I was reading about a new, I think it's like a Netflix series based on like a Stephen King thing, if I'm not mistaken.
Like
it's called Dark. It's like a scary, like a thriller thing.
But, a series called Dark. Okay. Yeah, because there was a German TV series. Oh no, that's a German TV series.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's English or not. But they were talking about
like remaking it or something.
I have no idea.
That's possible. I didn't read that's possible because he did that with Kingdom.
Yeah,
which was by Lars von Trier, which was I think it was a Danish series.
Yeah.
And then there was the Stephen King version. It could be. Oh my God, really?
But why I mentioned that is that it would be nice to talk about a lot of things that are interesting also in entertainment, be it TV shows, movies,
culture in general and
culture,
stuff.
Or exactly, or anything in society.
I mean, I'm hoping to still do like a movie review of Falling Down, at some point. And we'll probably do more.
It is an old movie, but it's been a while since people have like given their own takes on it.
Yeah.
This is a thing at NTV. We talk about things, but also in our own take, give our own twist to this thing, because we don't take other people's views as face value. We see things how they're presented, and then we decide, let's say, for ourselves. And based on that, we also share it with the audience.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's another thing on NTV, that we want to not just engage with, let's say, communities, let's say through Discord, but also through our comments and our likes and through our community.
People like who follow us.
Yeah, this is what differentiates us from, let's say, the traditional mainstream media, but also alternative media, because aside from engaging with the community and like talking to the audience and everything, is that we also want to bring them on board at one point. So we could have viewers, let's say,
voicing their opinion and stuff.
Voicing their opinion, even having them maybe for an interview. But as long as it's something interesting and something that they could offer, let's say, to our channel and to everything, we're more than happy to take that into consideration and on board. Like, it doesn't matter what background they have, as long as it's something interesting and very cool.
Yeah. So I'm going to wrap it up and say thank you for tuning into the ENDCAST. Thank you for tuning into this. This is our launch. Of course, we're going to progress things down the line more. Even the set, we're going to be developing it a bit more. This is our launch, especially with the co-creators here, myself and Edge of NTV. Please hit subscribe, follow us across Rumble, YouTube, Kick. Obviously, Kick is for streaming. We will start up the streams
Discord.
again. X, Instagram. And all the links are in the description down below. Help share it to your friends, family, whatever. It does help us. It gets us more up there. Yeah, thanks for tuning in, and give us your commentary of what you think and what you'd like. Maybe there's some ideas of what you'd like us to comment about, because we take those into account. And I'm going to leave it with Edge to give him his final thoughts.
Yeah, thanks everyone for tuning into NTV. And yeah, be sure to stay tuned. Be sure to subscribe. Again,
okay.
I can't stress that enough.
Anything else?
Yeah, I just want to say it's a pleasure to be in the studio, and I'm looking forward to all our upcoming content.
Yeah.
And a promo video.
Yeah, lots of stuff coming, lots of ideas swirling as well for other future stuff.
I'm super excited because everybody was cool on set.
Yeah.
And yes, it's fun. It's fun, you know.
All right. And so with that, this was
NTV.
And this was the ENDCAST.